the other Final Four side match. It is Thomas's father, Scott, with Steve Fleming against Chuck Roth and Fred Crislip. And that is not a good way to start. And I believe that's exactly what he just told Scott. Yeah, he's got to get that earpiece out of his ear. He's got to stop doing whatever I do or saying whatever I say. I'll just get him in trouble. For those of you who do not know Chuck or Fred, Chuck is a really good player. He used to be a really, really strong player. I haven't seen him play that much in the last couple years, but he's still a very strong player. And Fred has a really strong player as a teammate. I like to mess with Fred, and I know he's going to listen to that later. I was joking with him outside about that as well. So I've known Fred now for a couple years, and I mess with him more than I mess with a lot of people. He used to come up here a lot for our tournaments.
Loy.
Scott was just going to do a little masse, but he's decided that's going to actually take him away from where he wants to be. So he's going to jump this ball to try and hit the far left side of it and come straight back up table for the 5. He doesn't want to try and spin in with the masse and be hooked by the 7 or 9 or leave Steve a really tough angle. Yeah, and he's darting this one. And off the 5. They're on 2.
Are they?
Yeah. Steve scratched on the break, and that was their first shot.
Okay. I do not see them 3-fouling them here.
No. Even if they try to play it safe, I don't see them 3-fouling them here.
Yeah. Although I don't believe that 7 ball goes by the 9, so.
It does.
No, it does.
Yeah.
Wow, that other angle is deceiving.
Conceiving. What is it conceiving?
It's conceiving to deceive.
I probably would stun that up a little bit just to make it a little bit closer, but Fred should still have no problem with this shot. Little right on it, comes straight back up table. And I don't see Chuck having any problem with this. And it is 1-0, and it will be Fred's break. So we are down to 8 teams left in the tournament, right?
Yeah, I believe that this match, the Wilkie Mast Stottlemyre
Oh,
Molinaro match has ended, but
Brett's team won.
Brett's team won.
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently they just have not entered that in the bracket yet.
So we actually have 7 teams left.
Yep.
Brett was out before this match was starting. He was talking about how they were up. Brett and Rick were up 6-3. Got ball in hand with the 7, 8, and 9, and didn't get out.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So the payout information is now in the ticker, and Sean Wilkie and Justin Mast have been our first eliminated in a money position. They have finished 7th, 8th, split $160 between them.
Good. A little profit for your work. Steve's going 100% play it safe and
Not get there, I don't believe.
well,
Maybe.
it wasn't a safe for a ball in hand. I think he blocked a good portion. We cannot talk. A good portion of the 1, and it doesn't go by the 5.
Yeah.
So, if anything, it is a containing safe. Now, Chuck's probably just going to cross bank this and bring the cue ball back up table, which he did, and leave a shot. Those type of safes are so much easier on the big table.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
So, as we had mentioned, Brett Stottlemyre and Rick Molinaro defeated Sean Wilkie and Justin Mast. They are awaiting the loser of this match in the 5th, 6th match.
Got a good shot, Scott. It's now been updated.
Yes. And the loser of our last match, Thomas Haas and Al Tonelli, are awaiting the winner of the Mark Ford Tom Zippler versus Nathan Childress Shane Wolford match.
Shane and Nathan are trying to come back from the 1-loss side to defend their title.
Yes. They won the inaugural Maryland State Scotch Doubles Championship last October, I believe. It was either September or October.
That is correct. It was one of those.
Actually, it was October because Nathan won the On the Hill full 9-ball shootout in September.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. I remember he double dipped and didn't lose a set in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, he also won the Bruising Q's end of summer 10-ball.
Did he win all 3?
Yes.
But he lost a match in that one. He lost a match.
No, he won all 3 without losing a match.
Oh, that's pretty strong.
Yeah.
I mean, just winning all 3 is strong anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, Scott. So Steve can either bank this ball or cut it. I personally like cutting it. If I'm going for an offensive shot, I'm cutting this ball. If you're going for a 2-way, you can bank it and slide down and try and use the 9 as a blocker in case you miss. I don't know. He went for the. Oh, I guess he was also using the 8 as a blocker. And he's telling Scott, "You left me tough, and I made it. Your turn." Oh, almost got there for the save. Ooh, or did he? Nah, he didn't get there. No.
I don't think so, no.
No. Fred can see this. And he doesn't really have to do anything. I like to throw it just with a touch of left, but you don't really have to do anything. There you go. Hits the ball good. Chuck makes the 8. Leaves Fred almost straight in on the 9.
That's 2-0.
Yep. All right, so down 2-0. It is Steve to break. He's been breaking well. The first break he scratched, but it was a good spread. See if he can get a. He makes the 9, so that's going to spot. Scott has a easy shot on the 1 to get on the 2, and pretty easy shape from the 2 to the 3, 3 to the 4. I don't really see an issue.
No.
This is the type of rack I do expect these players to get out on. That's going to make the 4 a little bit more difficult.
Yes. Honestly, I expected him to get on the 2 on the side.
I don't think the angle was there. I think it was a little too steep for him to try to hold that. The 4 still goes by the 9. So not much has changed. All he has to do is really play a stop shot here, maybe drift up a little. Just like that. And then Scott just has to hit this with a little bit of low right. And as long as he makes it past the 7 right there, that's where he wants to come in. If he runs into the 5, it's fine. If he goes past the 5, it's fine. If he goes underneath the 5, it's fine. He just needs to get past the 7.
And not behind the 5.
You know what? Even if he's behind the 5, I got faith.
Cup on the cigarette?
Yeah. I know. Well, I said he needed to get past that 7.
No, the 498 doesn't go.
No. How much room is between those? Nothing. Okay. He might be able to throw that 9 in the side pocket. Or the smarter move would be to skim off the 4 and try and put the cue ball behind the 6. That's a tough shot also.
Throw the 9 in the side pocket.
If he can throw enough, if he can load it up with enough English, he might be able to 2-rail it.
Oh, that side. I thought you meant the side where the 8 was.
He was going for the corner anyway.
Yeah.
He left it pretty good.
He did. But yeah, I thought you meant the side where the 8 was, and I was trying to figure out how you thought it was getting by the 8. Or, for that matter, how you thought it was getting anywhere near that side pocket.
Hit that ball pretty sporty. All Fred needs to do right here is stop it or just draw back one inch. Perfect. Now Chuck has his option. I don't like slow rolling this ball.
No, not at all.
No, I go 3 rows around and get on top of the 7.
Yeah, play a 7 in the same pocket as the
Yeah.
6. Yeah, absolutely.
Just don't leave him jacked up. No, he's fine. I mean, it's not an easy give me shot, but he should still be fine.
Oh.
I joke about Fred a lot. I did expect him to make that ball. I mean, he is a very capable player. So that actually does come to a shock. All right, Steve's going to leave Scott pretty much dead straight. Scott's still going to take his time on it. Pop it in. And it is... Steve tried to make him have 4. That's not really how that counts. It is 2-1, and it will be Chuck to break. I'm upset. We were so close to having a Haas seat. Now, a moment from our sponsors.
Murray's Plumbing and Heating. Good work at a fair price. Alley Cat Q Sports apparel now available.
Breaks dry and leaves a shot, and the two's near a pocket. The only problem I see is that they don't get good on the 4-9 combo.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all they have to do here is pretty much stun this ball to the rail and spin up.
You go between the 3 and the
I
5,
go,
or
yeah,
you
I go between the 3
into
and the
the
5.
rail? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
He
Well,
just
that
wanted.
just made the 4-9 a little easier, I
Yeah,
think.
that's all he was trying to do.
Oh yeah, definitely made the 4-9 easier.
Yeah. I think he hit that a little bit firmer than he wanted, and he
Yeah.
caught the
I would
3.
say I also don't think he meant to catch the 3.
Luckily, he's still fine though.
As long as he doesn't run into the 8 coming.
Even if
Oh,
even if he runs into the 8, he'll be fine because of the big old gap in between. But no, you don't even want to bring that into play.
I thought it would come much closer to the to the top left corner and come out on the other side of the 8 ball.
Is he thinking about kicking this? Oh, I was like, look, Mr. Tinelli, relax.
Good
Ooh.
combo. Oh,
Scratched.
I was going to say a good combo by Scott, but that was the danger with the angle that Steve had left him.
Yeah.
Just enough of a piece of the, I guess that's a 6 ball, to cause the cue ball to go into the pocket.
And Steve did put that 6 ball there.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
That's upstairs. That's not here.
The other one looks the same way now. It's a lot smaller.
So they're making really quick work of this.
Yes.
From 2-2 with a little bump off the 6 for a scratch, and they have a chance of it being 3-1 with Steve's break.
Oh.
I've come to realize Fred doesn't like that pocket. He left it good though.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Steve banks well though.
As I say, I think Steve Banks is in.
Yeah. It's a one pocket bank. Oh, no, he's playing safe.
Yeah.
He's going to thin it and try and put it behind the 9.
Yep. Hit that well. Not going to get behind the 9, but actually hit the ball too thin.
You're not Howard Cosell, and you're not Jim McKay.
Bank this ball straight in.
Oh, you missed.
Yes. I thought he was loading up for something else. I was like, he does. He only has to go like 2 feet, right?
Yeah, he did go a little far.
He's still fine.
Yeah, I agree, but still went further than he would want to.
That is also correct.
And once again to make it 2-2. And this time with no scratch.
And it'll be Scott's break. That's why Scott messed up before. He wanted to break. Get true.
Very well played safe by Steve.
Yeah, he tends to do that.
Yeah, looks like Chuck's gonna try and kick one rail at this ball.
I think you'd have a better chance of hitting it if you had one of the new Batman heads.
I am not a fan of those personally.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yes, that's never an easy kick coming over a ball with the bridge like that.
Yeah, no. You're going to be on your own for 5 minutes.
And Scott plays safe. I think he meant to get a little bit more on the 5 ball than that. Guess Fred can catch this off the rail. He can. Oh, he almost made it. Steve was able to get to that ball. That's got a tricky little angle here. I don't know if he plays this in the side or all the way down. I think he's going to play it all the way down. Yep. That did not turn out the way he wanted. Looks like Scott's going to have to kick one rail up behind this 4-ball. I guess he possibly could go to the side rail, but I think he's probably going to come down to the foot rail. Kick one rail, try and stick the cue ball there, and send the 4-ball off the long rail back to the other end of the table. Caught the 4-ball a bit thin, wasn't able to hold the cue. So he's left Chuck a shot on the 4 in the side pocket. Definitely looks like good out. They should be able to do here. Come off the 6. Out one rail back across for the 7. Okay, he played it with more draw. 2 rails probably better. If you come out, try and come out one rail, you might run into the 9. So it should be a 8-ball here, 9 in the corner, and Fred and Chuck will take a 3-2 lead, and I believe it will be their break. Yeah. 3-2, Chuck to break. Looks like Chuck could either put his break cue away or he's trying a different break cue this time. See if it works out for him. Very good break. He makes the 1 and I believe the 2. Just left Fred a good shot on the 3-ball in the corner. Do not see any. Oh, Fred has really struggled with that pocket today. So going to say that I didn't see any particular trouble with this run out, but as always, any shot can be missed by anyone at any time. So Steve plays him a bit further than I would have expected him to there. Scott will probably, no, he's going to still play this in the side. I thought he might take it up table. He's able to hold it. Grayson, if you're asking about Rick Scarlato, he and Joe Wright did play, but they did not fare too well. They lost several rounds ago. If you're asking about Rick Molinaro, he and Brett Stottlemyre are awaiting the loser of this match. If you're asking about a different Rick, then no, they did not play, because I believe those were the only two Ricks we had in the field. That 9-ball knots it up at 3 with Scott to break. Okay, Scott to break, 3-3. Chuck plays a good safety. Gets the 1 ball behind the 4. I don't think Steve can get between the 4 and the 2, although from this angle I'm not as certain. He's definitely taking a good look to see if he can slide through there and clip a piece of the 1. Looks like he believes he can. He was not able to. It'll be ball in hand for Fred here. A very nice shot there. No, it was a little straight in on the 3, but I don't think that's how I would have wanted to leave for the 4, given where the 5 is.
I mean, if he just hits this ball with just straight top, he can hit off the 7 and come straight back up for the 4. I mean, up for the 5. Or he can get that good kick and get a lot of spin and scratch on the side. Both work. No, but really, from the angle you had, all you had to do is hit that ball at top with a little bit of speed.
Yeah, I never liked depending on coming off of another ball like that. But
No. But when you can pretty much guarantee you're going to hit that ball solid, I have no problem doing it. Unfortunately, I do it too much. It gets me in trouble sometimes.
What are they doing?
Oh. Angle's not bad. All he has to do is stun this up. The angle's going to give him a fairly good angle in the 7, just not hit it too hard. And that's going to be perfect. Now, a lot of people will put left on this, trying to get too straight on the 8. He just hit this ball with dead center. If you want a touch of left, but I don't like being that straight. And neither does Steve.
Spot for the jump break cue. We're going to use the Keno. The first number that hits between 1 and 30 is the winner. Bobby, we'll let you know. We got 1 minute and 6 seconds to the first game.
He hit that ball really good. And Scott's going to make this 9. And it's going to be 4-3.
All right, here we go. First number through 1 through 30.
All right. Fred breaks dry. Steve's just going to drift this ball up, shoot it in the corner. It's going to give him natural shape.
Number 3. Alan Fred.
Who got that right?
Steve's just going to... He could draw back. I like going forward on this ball. It gives yourself a better angle coming on the 4. I don't like drawing back just because you're going closer to the center of the table and the 6 ball was there, but he ran into it and moved it out, and he's fine. Now Scott has 2 options. He can draw out, which he just looked at there. I personally like spinning this ball with a little bit of right, actually with a lot of right, not hitting it too hard, and he's asking Steve if he's good with that angle. Pretty much there's not going to be any angle that Steve is not going to be good with. So they should be good from here. Steve's going to shoot this ball almost the same way. Going to spin it just a little bit, but more center ball than anything, and just come straight up table. He wants to leave himself an angle to the. He has an exit for the 6 to the 7. Don't want to leave yourself too little of an angle, because then you bring the 8 ball in play. If you're dead straight, you can just draw straight back. There you go, perfect. And then Steve has a couple different options. He can just play a stop shot, leave Scott a longer shot on the 8, or he can just draw it straight back and let Scott shoot the 8 ball on the side. And he's going to let him shoot it in the side, which is how I prefer to shoot it. And it's going to be Team Haas Fleming. Going to go up 5-3, and it will be Scott's break.
Hey, how are you? We were like 2 hours.
All right, so Scott scratches on the break. It's a good spread here. So does that one not go by the 6? Is that what he's?
No, I don't know why. I will never shoot a combo if that ball goes by. It definitely goes by the
Yeah,
6.
I don't know why he would be shooting this combo. I mean, he played it okay, but
Any little thing can go wrong. You
yes,
hit it off by a
absolutely.
half an inch, and all of a sudden he's on the rail with no shot.
Exactly. If there's no reason to shoot the combo, never shoot it.
And he's just going to draw back a half an inch or go forward for the carom, but I like playing the combo.
Yeah.
And that's going to make it 5-4 as soon as Fred makes this, because he should.
And it will be Chuck's break, assuming Fred makes this.
Yep.
Down it goes. Chuck's break.
They've got to be getting down to the wire in the Wolford Childress Ford Zippler match.
Yeah, you would think that match has been going for quite some time.
Yeah. He puts everything he's got into that break. Hit it good. 3 balls on the break. Easy shot on the 1. Not the easiest position to get on the 5.
No.
Now, if you feel confident, you can go rail first and then just slide up table. I do not feel confident in that shot, so I draw back. I don't like going forward here unless I can spin it. I like doing that a little bit better. I mean, I would have liked to have done it a little bit better. I probably would have ended up in the same exact spot he did. Oh,
Oh,
try to cut it in.
got it too fat.
Yeah. He's trying to control the cue ball too much, which you need to control the cue ball, but
Yeah.
he just.
Sujan says you are funny, Josh.
Oh, thank you. Steve hit that just a little softer than he probably would have liked. Now, if you can hit this good, I like going 3 rails. While I like doing that, a part of me just wants to,
Going 3 rails.
from the 6 to the 7.
Which 3? Talking about going forward?
Yeah,
You can get under the 9?
yeah. You can spin under the 9.
Okay.
The only reason I don't like drawing back is if you don't hit it good enough, you run into the 8 and can scratch. If you hit it too good, you're just going to go and scratch. If you try and avoid the side pocket, you can get too deep on the 7. Now, if you want to just go back and forth, you should be fine. But me personally, if I can, I'm trying to spin this 3 rails. Yeah. And he got him safe.
He did.
When you can't decide what to do, you just play safe. I learn stuff from Scott every time he comes down here.
Okay. Looks like Fred's gonna jump at this 6. As long as the cue ball isn't still bouncing, it should take a pretty natural path back around for the 7 if he makes this.
Hit it good. Hit it really good.
Did very
As long as
good.
he's not. Yep, nope. They should be out.
He actually got a little bit of draw on it. I thought it would go forward down to the foot rail, but that will work. Ooh,
Chuck rushed it.
he did.
Yeah. As someone who rushes a lot of his shots, I recognized it while it was happening. Steve hit that one good. Now Scott has 2 different options. He can just go forward, a little bit of left, just hold it, or he can actually just draw out, stun to the rail. And that's the way he decided to go. That's the way I decide to go usually as well. I just have more confidence in my draw stroke than my follow.
Okay.
And it is
Steve and Scott are on the hill, and they are breaking.
Yep.
And Mark Ford and Tom Zippler have just defeated Shane Wolford and Nathan Childress.
So we will not have a defending champion.
Do not know the score. We will find the score out in a moment when we can. Had a feeling that Tom and Mark were on the hill there, because every time Tom would shoot a ball in, Mark would run up to the table to shoot his next shot. And while he's never a slow player, he's not usually sprinting to the table to get to shots. And that puts Nathan, and it was a Hill match between those two. So that puts Nathan and Shane into 7th, 8th place. And moves Mark and Tom on to play Thomas Haas and Al Tonelli.
And Scott Haas breaks try. Shouldn't be. Okay.
Oh, yes. I need to update the score. That's what I get for paying attention to a different match.
It's not the easiest ball to get on,
No, not at all.
especially from that angle. Thank you. No, I just done. Thank you. Now you can easily spin into it though. And that's what I would try and do. I'm loading this up. I'm not really loading, but I'm hitting this with just center right.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to
Come in between the 6 and the 9.
something like that. Yeah.
Ooh.
I hit balls a little bit harder than most people, so I might have been okay.
Team 4, Team Haas, table 8. Team 4, Team Haas, table 8.
Good save by Fred. Gets the 5 ball over behind the 6 and 9, and the cue ball down to the other end of the table.
As long as Fred doesn't get behind this 9, they're good.
He tried.
He did.
Yeah, he's definitely behind that 9.
That's a good hit just to do that and try and contain him a little bit.
Yeah.
Scott should be able to cut this ball in and let the cue ball fly, because anywhere on the table, unless he gets somehow behind the 9, Steve's going to have a shot on the 8.
Yes.
So he's playing safe. I'm very shocked by that. I'm not at all saying that's the wrong shot. But if I have a chance to end the set, I'm trying to end that set. Now, in his mind, playing that safe was probably in his thought was that's the best way to end the set, but he could have made that shot. He might be able to. Hey, he made a good hit.
Yeah.
It's going to bounce high enough, though. So
I was
it's
to
not,
say, it made a good hit, but it's not going to matter.
no.
Scott will just roll to the rail and down a little bit for the 9 in the side. And Steve and Scott will advance to the hot seat match, where they will play Zach Paetzel and Josh Brothers.
And we will be back in a moment.
Chalk and